Hello, homeschoolers. Here I am with Joe Glaser. You know him from Glaser Instrument Repair in Nashville, one of my dearest, oldest friends. I came in here today with my trusty old early 80s, I think it's an 86 Beretta. And, you know, I've been complaining about how there's always problems with these original Floyd nuts, right? You can never get the radius quite right. The two E's on the outside will be right, but then you've got the middle strings that are too tall. And it feels weird. So I came into Joe and he goes, man, I can fix that for you. And I'm like, well, really? How do you do it? How do you do it? Do you care to go into it?
So what?
Do you care to go into this?
It's all secret.
It's all secret. Yeah.
So nut height is really important. So let's just talk about that really quickly because if nut height were important, we wouldn't be doing this. It's not just about feel. Like these center strings are too high, which means that they feel hard to push down.
Yeah.
And that does two things. One is that if you have to push it down, every bit more that you have to push it down is exactly the same thing as if you were pushing it that far over to the side, which is like a little micro bend. So there goes your pitch.
Exactly.
Okay.
So all kind of tuning problems.
Yeah. Let me shut this door here.
Yeah.
So if the nut's too high, the very act of pushing it down stretches the strings and makes the strings sharp in the first position.
Yeah.
Secondly, if the string isn't leaving from the dead front line of the nut, assuming the nut's in the right place, if it's leaving from back, it's going to make it sharp at the first position. Just think about it this way. This is a certain distance here. And if you move this back, it gets to be a longer distance, which makes it sharper. It'd be like sneaking your way up to the next fret.
Exactly. It messes with the scale.
It messes with the scale and the tuning.
Exactly.
And Floyd Roses not only suffer from the fact that the radius is a fixed, this is a sand cast or drop forged nut.
Right.
And they suffer from the fact that neither of those is a very precise process. And they're not machined afterwards. The new ones are, but the original ones weren't. So sometimes this little last 1/16 of an inch between these sort of string guides tapers off and falls down, and you can see it because you move the string side to side, and you'll see it move all the way back in the nut to where the clamp is. That means now your string length is a little too long. It's gonna be a little sharp.
Lots of guitars, even without Floyd nuts, have the nuts in the wrong place, right? It's those guitars that never tune up.
The nut in the wrong place, or the nut too high or too low. And the fact is, the nut is just a fret with string guides in it. And so you don't just say, okay, the third fret, oh, I like my third fret high, I'm going to make my third fret high. The third fret is part of the progression. If the third fret's high, the second fret's going to buzz. Or if the third fret's low, the third, and so the nut is a fret. It needs to be in the same plane with the frets, only we bump it up a tiny little bit. And let's just really quickly cover why that is. When you play a string, like right here, I'm playing it here, no matter how lightly I play it, it actually lifts the string over this next fret. It kind of levers it up a little bit. So if the nut is supposed to, if an open string is supposed to play as clean as this, you have to leave the nut a little high, because when you're doing this, you're actually giving it a little extra clearance over the first fret. Also, when you put your finger behind the fret, you're damping that string a little bit with your finger, and so it's going to buzz a little bit less. So when you have an open string with no damping, you need the nut a little bit high. And last, so that's the main two reasons.
So when you guys are checking the nuts, I always just do it by just feeling it, pushing down. But you guys hold the third fret. Is that what you do? And then
what we're doing is, say there's relief, and every neck should have relief. The lower the action, the less relief. But if there's relief, any little stretch should have relief, because it's a constant curve. So there's a tiny relief here, tiny relief there, and it's all equal. And so if you get to this one, and you can see how far the string moves there compared to how far it moves there. Look how far that string moves.
That's way too much.
Now, if we compare that to this, it's drastically more.
Now, do the two E's so you can see, because the E's are right, aren't they?
This one's actually a tiny bit low, but it's just barely too low, and this one is pretty darn good. It's a tiny bit high, but pretty darn good.
But the B, the A...
The rest of those, they're all crazy. The B gets high, the G gets higher. So that's one way of doing it.
Did Floyd ever make a curved radius nut for these
They're all
guitars?
curved radiuses.
Well, I
They're
mean,
just-
like particularly like where you could choose which one you wanted. Did they
Yeah,
ever
there
do
was,
that?
there are different spacings and different radiuses,
Okay.
but you'd have to have infinite number of widths and
Right.
infinite number of radiuses, and it's not the way the world works.
Right.
Music City Bridge makes this tool, and what this tool lets you do, in case you don't trust your eye, you can take the string and you can put this tool in here and drag it out away, and if it drops down like that, you hear that. That means the nut's too high. And this comes in a, this is actually the metric version, but it's a 0.1 millimeter, 0.2 millimeter, 0.3 millimeter, 0.4 millimeter.
Cool.
What we call bump up. And so,
Let's show that how it works again one more time.
so,
I didn't quite catch that.
so if you put it in here
Yeah.
and pull it out, and it drops down, what it means is that that's more than 0.1 millimeter high.
Okay.
And if you go clear over here to the 0.4, it's not more than 0.4 because that doesn't bump. But it's 0.3 millimeters.
Oh, so it's
And it
curved.
should-
It's angled.
This has a little notch.
I got you. Okay. I thought
Four
it was
little
straight.
notches. And so this
Okay.
tool, which is really very useful,
What's it called?
it's Music City Bridge nut slot gauge.
I mean, you guys think of everything, don't you?
And I was the thumb model for this picture here. by the way.
Nice.
See?
You did a thumb model? Aw.
Maybe not.
Okay, so in order to fix this guitar right, you have to. What are you going to do to it?
We're going to grind it down. And the reason we can't use a fret file, so this is a nut file. We can't use a nut file because this is hardened, which means it's as hard as the nut file,
Okay.
and it'll wreck the nut file.
Oh.
But what we can use is a little diamond disc.
Damn. What if you don't have that, Joe? You got to go to Home Depot and get it, don't you?
Yeah, this is a Dremel. It's a
Yeah.
Dremel product,
Yeah.
so you can go. And we're just gonna use it on this. By the way, this is a really cool DeWalt. You just when you tilt your hand, depending on how
No
far you,
shit.
yeah, it's
Damn.
called gyroscopic. It's so cool they don't make it anymore. It's
Collector's
like,
item.
yeah, it's like the
Wow.
this is sort of the.
Does it matter that the disc itself seems to be a little warped?
Probably no, because no, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Okay.
This is kind of, it's not as rare as an Explorer. It's kind of like the 59 Les Paul. And so what I'm going to do is I want to turn it so that, I want to use this so that it's turning away. Yeah, this is bent. Somebody
It's a
must have
little
dropped it. It doesn't matter.
Bit.
I want it to be going this direction so it doesn't run down the neck if it gets
That's
out of my control.
Dude, say that one more time because that's crucial.
See, it's rolling away from the
Right.
fingerboard.
Right.
And so I'm going to put it in here. And what I want is I want the center of this, which is the axis, to be right over the front of the nut, and the front of the nut's the witness point. If I go too far this way, I'm going to put a downward slant on the front, and that will cause the sharpness that I was talking about.
Pull
Okay?
the scale in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You want the string to break right at the edge of the fret.
Yeah, right at the front of the nut. And so I'll move back a little bit, but then when I come forward, I stop right there.
How do you know how far you're going there?
I don't. I just.
Just wing it.
If I go too far, it doesn't
Right,
matter.
exactly.
The guy who owns this guitar won't notice. No, the way you do it is you try it and then you try it again.
Yeah, that's it.
And then it's lower, but you can see it's still moving too much.
Still too much.
So you sneak up on it. And if you were using, I mean, I've done it this way forever, but if you're using this tool, which makes it much easier, if you haven't done this for 50 years,
Right.
but if you haven't done it for 50 years, then you, because this lets you go, okay, I'm at 0.4, I'm at 0.3,
Right.
I'm at 0.2, I better slow down. I'm at 0.1, that's perfect.
Right. So you're not guessing.
No,
You
and,
you actually got it right.
and it's
Okay.
kind of the Goldilocks thing. You want to just get just the right
Yeah,
amount.
I got you.
So
what would you do on a guitar on a nut like this if you did go too far? You'd be fucked, wouldn't you? 10 ways to Sunday.
well,
You had to get another one.
no, not necessarily. You would just raise the whole thing a little bit and take all 6 down, but
Oh yeah.
that's sort of stupid, you know.
That would be an afternoon for most people.
Let me show you another way of doing this if you don't have this super exotic.
Yeah. This is fascinating
hang on a
shit,
second.
dude. All right. We're gonna come back.
So I'm also going to show you how you could use a regular drill because you might not have that thing. But
Right.
you just, so you move the string out of the way. You don't even have to loosen it. Move it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Come in here.
Probably better if you don't loosen it, right?
Well, I think it is, yeah. And then, and again, I'm holding this. And you take a side shot here, and you can see that the screw is just directly above the front of the nut.
Right. You're angling and cutting into it.
I'm not angling it this way.
Yeah,
I'm trying to keep it angled back down,
Make a
so
fulcrum,
that,
yeah?
yeah, because I want to make sure that that it's not level. If it's level, it'll sitar.
Have you ever been doing that one time and you accidentally scraped your fretboard? Right before you knew how to go the other way?
I've never made a mistake in my whole business.
You care to share a story about the worst you ever did make a mistake on a guitar?
The worst mistake we ever made.
Yeah, that one guitar.
I didn't
Yeah.
actually make one. The other guys did. I've done some stupid stuff.
Yeah.
There was a great guitar player named Michael Thomas who was
Okay.
in Reva's band in the Jet that went down, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
And the day I was making him a 3-pickup telly, you know, with string bender, the Nashville telly, that was my thing. And he was so excited. We were standing there at the bench when my shop was out in Leaper's Fork, and I got all done. And he played it, and I said, okay, yeah, let me just put the screw in, and I put this last screw in on the pickguard. I turned around, I caught the guitar with my belt and knocked it on the floor. Put a big dent in it.
God, you must have been mortified.
No, he said, you know,
Gives a character. Yeah,
he said,
yeah.
now I don't have to put the first dent in.
Right.
He was a wonderful
Sweet
human
guy.
being.
And man, that was terrible. There was for those that don't know, what year would that have been? Back in the early 90s?
It was the 90s, yeah.
Reba McEntire's whole band was in a plane that crashed, and well, they all died, didn't they?
Well, everybody who's on that plane, yeah.
it's terrible.
So if you want to know where you are too and what you're hitting, you can take what we call Tennessee black plating.
Yes.
And
Make it look like nothing ever happened.
well, but also I'm not done, and what I want to do is I want to see where I'm touching, where I'm not touching. So if I come in
Wow, that's genius.
like this,
Like you do on a fret job or fret level.
yeah, like if,
In the old days.
in the old days,
Before
pre-play.
before the play.
And that way I could see exactly where I was going while I was going. So anyway, that's the trick. And the only difference is you'll do 6 of them or 5 of them.
Yeah. Or in that case, probably 4, yeah? On that
And
guitar.
I'm almost where I want to be. So you can see it's just barely moving.
Yeah.
So that's the whole game. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
And,
That's
and
brilliant.
this is the day after Thanksgiving, by the way. And I was
Yeah.
sitting at home.
Yeah.
I was chewing on the turkey neck, and Bukovac said, "You think you had the day off, but you don't." And here I am.
Thank you for telling us how to do this. This is genius shit. I doubt anybody's ever made a video like this before. This is fascinating.
I don't know. I mean, I've taught a bunch of people about the diamond wheel and stuff, but
Yeah.
like everything else, it was trial and error. And then it also, you know, I'll be cruising around to some shop somewhere, and some guy will go, you know, have you ever seen there's a Floyd Rose problem and the witness points in the wrong place? Here's what I do, and he'll show me the exact same thing, and I don't think he saw it. I think various people think of the same thing at the
figured
same
it out.
time, but lots of people don't know it, and lots of Floyd Rose nuts are out there that great players play, and they think there's just something unfixable that makes them play sharp in the first position, but it's fixable.
It is fixable. Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Right.